I am on YouTube now. I really want to put the beads out of her head. This guy needs to scoot over a little bit.
No more delayed gratification.
I'll come
It
back.
is time to finally take care of Peter August. Keep walking.
Sam, there's no need for this animosity between us.
I can agree with you on that. Because once you're behind bars, I will never have to look in your eyes again.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to disappoint you there. Those bogus charges, they're never gonna stick. Okay. Feel a little better?
I just had so much bottled up and I miss him. I miss him so much. Then I feel so bad that I'm so angry because it's not fair. Sonny doesn't want to be gone. I know.
No, that's how you feel. It doesn't have to make any sense.
Thank you so much for being here with me.
No
I don't
problem.
know what I would do without you.
No problem.
I'm not going anywhere.
Hey.
I'm sorry to interrupt,
Oh,
but the commissioner's here.
okay. Can you ask her to come in here, Trent?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beads out of her head.
Please tell me you're here for some good news. Not bothering Jason with a million questions about Franco.
Jesse Morgan, you're under arrest for the murder of Franco Baldwin.
Oh, thank you for letting us have it. Of course. Elizabeth, before you go in, everyone will have a chance to share their memories of Franco. But to me, I just felt like his life couldn't be summed up with just words. And so I decided to show a collection of what I consider to be Franco's greatest work.
On YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to call it.
I don't get it. Look, that one's mine. These paintings are by people Franco helped in art therapy at GE.
Yeah, this is Franco's true legacy. He would be so proud that they're hanging here.
Facebook.
I can't thank you enough for doing this. This is the Franco I love. The kind that carried me on when I married. I want the world to remember. It's my Franco. On the next General Hospital. You can never know about this. Maybe it's time to change that. Don't go there, please.
Fine, dear. What do you think Carly deserves?
You need a permanent solution. The police are the least of your problem. It looks like you're in serious trouble. The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes, replacing thought with worry.
Popping up, ain't you?
Can calm uncertainty
Going.
and answer.
Oh,
Through exploration, teamwork, and innovation.
on YouTube,
An answer that leads to even
5818 West Division. I'm located at a new location. I want your hair braided. Walk in. Don't bore me.
Yum. Chili.
Walk
Chili,
in
chili.
and appoint me.
Chili go yum.
So,
Pork chili.
walk in and appoint me.
Hi, Arlene and Annie
I'm
here
on.
from Window Nation.
I need
Do you know
clients.
we measure every window we install 3 times? Yep. 3's a
Call
charm.
me.
And now buy 2
312
windows, get 2 free.
312
3 errands. Window Nation,
8654.
the perfect fit.
Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. See that? Address J18, West Division.
Massacres. He has some issues, potentially
Client
sexual addiction. What's he on a mission to
and
kill
kid
more people? Then,
walk-ins and apartments.
Sharon Osbourne under siege. Will
Walk-ins
she
and
ever return
apartments.
to the top? You can just call this hashtag hot mess. And the new surge, the common cold. How kids returning to the
Walk-ins and
classroom
apartments.
are more vulnerable than ever to getting a cold. Plus, the dynasty
What I
actress.
do? Braid,
She's a COVID
micro.
long.
I'm having trouble breathing right now.
Then you've seen the shocking video.
That's braid.
Plane slamming into a car. Wait till you see who was inside the vehicle. Plus, the
That's
show
braid.
must go
Micro.
on.
How they're making
Twist.
ends meet with Broadway shut down.
He's
You
now
can have braid any kind of way.
She went from singing
That braid,
to teaching a gym
this
class.
braid. Come on in and get your hair braid.
Now, Inside Edition with Deborah
Example would
Marvel.
do.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. Police investigating that deadly string of shootings at Georgia massage parlors say the suspect gave no indication the shootings were
Instagram,
racially motivated, even though 6
YouTube.
of the 8 victims were Asian. As Les Trek reports, the suspect, who was arrested while headed south down the freeway, told authorities he had a sex addiction.
He was on
Call
his way
me.
to kill more people, according to police. He made a comment to the effect that he was headed to Florida and that he was going to do similar acts in this state.
Come on
6
up
of
here.
the 8 victims in Georgia
Get your
were
hair braid.
Asian, but police
Get
say
off that
race may
style.
not have been the
Girls and
motive.
adults.
He made indicators that he has some issues, potentially sexual addiction, and may have frequented some of these places in the past. It's still early, but he does claim that it was not racially motivated. The fallout from the Georgia killings is even being felt across the nation. Despite the information coming out of Georgia, police here in New York say that out of an abundance of caution, they are deploying manpower to Asian communities everywhere. I spotted these officers reassuring people on the streets of Manhattan's Chinatown today. The common thing we keep hearing is that people are scared. As you know, I was speaking about the brutality against Asian Americans in the last couple months, and I think it's very, very troubling. And I'm making no connection at this moment.
Come on.
Here's the timeline to the massacre. 5 p.m. Cops got a call about a shooting at Young's Asian massage parlor near Woodstock, Georgia. Surveillance cameras show a suspect fleeing the scene. Shortly thereafter, we were contacted by members of the family, indicating that may be their son. 5:47, another shooting was reported at a spa 30 miles away outside Atlanta. Moments later, a third shooting at another spa across the street.
As far as we know in Atlanta, these are legally operating businesses.
8:30 p.m. Cops tracking the suspect on his cell phone are in hot pursuit in Crisp County, 150 miles south of Atlanta. They used a so-called pit maneuver like this one to stop him. I can tell you that a 9mm firearm was located in his vehicle. The suspect was identified as 21-year-old Robert Aaron Long. He was put in a bulletproof vest when his mugshot was taken. Long attended a mega church in Milton, Georgia. According to published reports, he wrote on Instagram, pizza, guns, drums, music, family, and God.
Another one.
This pretty much sums up my life.
They go jam.
Pretty much fed up and kind of at the end of his rope, and it was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.
Long is scheduled to be in court tomorrow. Lots of drama over on the set of The Talk as the show continues on hiatus after an on-air dust-up over the interview with Harry and Meghan. And speculation is growing over the future of Sharon Osbourne on the show. Here's why. There's backstage drama at The Talk today over fresh allegations against Sharon Osbourne. Former co-host Leah Remini is accusing her of using racially charged language to describe the other women on the show.
You can just call this hashtag hot
Right.
mess.
The controversy started last week with Osbourne's heated
More
exchange with
stuff.
Cheryl Underwood amid the fallout over Meghan and Harry's explosive interview. Osbourne came to the defense of her friend Piers Morgan after he stormed off the set of his British morning show.
How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Well, I'll tell you.
What?
We'll be right
Well,
back.
what?
We have more topics, so don't go
And
away.
I think we should stop this.
When the show returned from commercial break, Osbourne kept at it.
And don't try and cry, because if anyone should be crying, it should be me. Tell me when you have heard him say racist things.
Sharon is saying that she was caught off guard about this line of questioning with the whole Piers Morgan, Meghan Markle debacle, and because of that, she feels really betrayed.
Last night, Sharon Osbourne told Entertainment Tonight she apologized after the show.
I love Cheryl. I love Cheryl. I've apologized to Cheryl. She's not gotten back. I should never have dismissed her feelings on national TV.
And she even hinted she may not be back.
I don't know whether I even want to go back. I don't know whether I'm wanted there.
Now, Leah Remini, who co-hosted the show for one season starting in 2010, is quoted in a published report as accusing Osbourne of using racial slurs to refer to former co-host Julie Chen, whose heritage is Chinese, and homophobic language about Sarah Gilbert, who is gay. Former co-host Holly Robinson-Peete also claims Osbourne called her too ghetto for the show. Sharon Osbourne's spokesman says Sharon is disappointed but unfazed and hardly surprised by the lies, the recasting of history, and the bitterness coming out at this moment. CBS extended the talks hiatus into next week while all of this is investigated. The network says in a statement, CBS is committed to a diverse, inclusive, and respectful workplace. This includes a process where all voices are heard, claims are investigated, and appropriate action is taken where necessary.
The show is expected to be back in production next Tuesday. In many parts of the country, kids are finally returning to class for in-person learning. But don't be surprised if they get a lot of colds when they do. That's because a clear link has been established between children in class and a rise in colds. And unfortunately, the symptoms of colds and COVID are very similar.
A new concern today as more and more kids head back to school. They're getting sick, but not with COVID. There's an outbreak of the common cold.
We're going to see an increase in respiratory infections in general. This is just what we see every year, and we can expect the same thing to happen now. However, we don't have the same immunity to these respiratory infections. We're all more susceptible to them.
Researchers in Hong Kong are seeing 7 times more common cold cases than in previous years. It's causing chaos because the symptoms are a lot like COVID-19, but obviously a lot less serious.
That's why testing is going to be so important to be able to determine, is this coronavirus? Is this just a common cold? We can't really tell the difference just by symptoms.
Today, 14 states are reporting a spike in COVID cases.
And yellow, you're seeing where the rates are holding steady. And then the orange is where it's going up.
And now St. Patrick's Day celebrations have health officials on edge. Here in New York, the big parade has been canceled for the second year running, but that hasn't stopped the celebrations here at Connolly's Pub in Midtown. We're still seeing a good-sized crowd of people determined to enjoy the holiday. But the manager tells me they're operating at a strict 35% capacity, making sure everyone is wearing a mask when you're not drinking. We're seeing in Texas and Florida. The streets of Miami packed last night. The mayor making a desperate appeal for help to Governor Ron DeSantis.
I've sent him letters. I've sent his chief of staff information. I've asked them for help. I hear crickets.
And we're hearing from one of the first families to volunteer for COVID-19 vaccines for their kids.
This is Ollie. He is 3, turning 4, and Charlotte will be 2 next week.
The Guthrie family is taking part in a Moderna trial involving 7,000 kids under 12. Mom Rachel is a nurse. Why did you want your children to be a part of this?
The more people that are vaccinated, the better it is for our whole community. We have to vaccinate in order to create a herd immunity.
Moderna hopes to have the results of its study on children sometime this summer. You may have seen that frightening video of a single-engine plane crashing into an SUV. Inside were a mother and her 4-year-old son, and the little boy was killed on impact.
The video is hard to watch. A plane falling out of the sky and crashing into an SUV. Now we're learning a mother and her young son were inside that car. The little boy did not survive. 4-year-old Taylor Bishop was pronounced dead at the hospital. Somehow his mom, Megan, was able to get out of the wreckage alive. She is now recovering at home. The tragic incident happened on a residential street in Pembroke Pines, Florida, as the single-engine plane was flying out of North Perry Airport.
I don't want to talk about my house.
This is a ring camera.
We felt like a tremendous like noise, like an explosion, like a bomb. The whole house shook, and we ran outside. And when we went to the front, the whole street, everything was on fire.
Witnesses described the heartbreaking scene as the mom paced the street, crying, begging, pleading for someone, anyone to help get her child from the mangled car. My baby, somebody help my baby, she cried. Megan is a single mom and a special ed teaching assistant at a nearby elementary school. At last night's school board meeting, they held a moment of silence. The 2 men on board the plane were also killed.
The NTSB is investigating, but the fire chief says he thinks it was a mechanical issue. Out in California, the smoke has cleared, but people are still rattled by that massive fireworks explosion in a private home. 2 people were killed. Authorities now say it was commercial-grade explosives. But what on earth was it doing in a private home? Here's Jim Murray.
In California, a woman runs for her life after a house loaded with illegal fireworks explodes. This stunned driver can't believe what he's witnessing.
Are you guys okay?
And this terrified woman is recording inside her home. Today, authorities are revealing new details about yesterday's deadly fireworks explosion that killed 2 people at this residential property in Ontario, outside Los Angeles. Police announced today that neighbors will not be allowed back into their homes until 24 bomb technicians comb the area for other fireworks that could explode. They're also searching for potentially live ammunition. Police warn that could take a couple of days.
The debris field that exploded and went all over the place, we have some things that are live and some things that have been exploded already. So we have to go through a very meticulous process.
We're also learning the names of 2 men from the property who are missing. 38-year-old Alex Paez and his 20-year-old cousin Cesar. It's not confirmed if those men are the 2 who died in the explosion. Neighbor Armando Lomelli showed us his injuries from flying debris. So did the glass break in your house?
It broke in the house. It caught my cousin and my mom.
The blast was so strong, debris landed on 80 nearby properties. It's now been a year since the lights were dimmed on Broadway, and for actors and actresses who usually are on stage, they've come up with some pretty unusual ways to keep the rent paid.
Peter McIntosh desperately wanted to be famous on Broadway, but not for this, as Broadway's COVID patient zero.
New York Post says Usher shows up to work and possibly infects thousands of patrons.
McIntosh was an usher for the Broadway show Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. He tested positive on March 11th, 2020.
That's what people don't remember. People were very scared of it. So when they whispered it to me, they looked at the paper, they go, "Do you think you have coronavirus?"
What happened next was scary. The next day, the lights of the Great White Way shut down. A nearly $2 billion multi-billion-dollar industry gone overnight. Thousands of people lost their jobs. Today, Macintosh teaches health at a middle school in New York City. Broadway stars are also finding side hustles to get through the pandemic.
It was chilling and it was scary. A lot of my friends had to pack up and leave.
Robbie Fairchild danced to rave reviews in An American in Paris.
What are you doing here?
What do you think? I need a job.
Today, he's a florist.
It's interesting how similar flowers are to performing.
Actress Elena Ricardo was the lead in Mamma Mia and the understudy in the Carole King musical Beautiful. Today, she is making ends meet teaching exercise class on a trampoline from her Manhattan apartment.
It was terrifying. I've actually never been in a position where I didn't know what was going to be paying my rent.
8, 7. It may not be Broadway, but she still feels like she's putting on a show.
Back with more Inside Edition right after this.
Next, the Dynasty actress. She's a COVID long hauler.
Are you having trouble breathing right now?
Then, Olympic champion Ryan Lochte's wife. Her life-changing medical decision.
You legit feel like you're dying.
Inside Edition with Deborah Norville. We'll be right back.
I'm still exploring what's next and still going for my best, even though I live with a high risk of stroke due to AFib, plus my heart valve problem. So if there's a better treatment than warfarin, I'm reaching for that. Eliquis is proven to reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, plus has significantly less major bleeding than warfarin. Eliquis is FDA approved and has both. What's next? On board.
Don't stop taking Eliquis unless your doctor tells you to, as stopping increases your risk of having a stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking Eliquis, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer than usual for any bleeding to stop. Seek immediate medical care for sudden signs of bleeding like unusual bruising. Eliquis may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Ask your doctor about Eliquis. And if you're unable to afford your medication has changed, we want to help.
Don't get up on a ladder in the cold and snowy conditions to clean out your clogged gutters. There are thousands of ladder-related injuries every year, and you don't want to be next. So protect your home and yourself with one call to LeafGuard. Now remember, LeafGuard is the only seamless one-piece rainwater management system with a clog-free guarantee. In most cases, we can install it in less than a day. It's earned the Good Housekeeping seal 16 years in a row. Think about this, all the heavy wet debris in your gutters, even ice and snow can do costly damage from your roof down to your foundation. That's why you need LeafGuard, and we can install LeafGuard in most cases in less than a day. And you can take advantage of our winter blowout sale, 67% off labor, $200 Lowe's gift card with purchase, and if you call during this program, we're going to double your gift from a $25 to a $50 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate and free gutter inspection.
They're called COVID long haulers, people who just can't shake COVID-19 symptoms. And a star of the TV show Dynasty is one of them.
Actress Emma Samms, famed for her role in TV's Dynasty from the 1980s, is fighting a serious battle with COVID. She's a long hauler. A full year after being diagnosed with the virus, she still has symptoms.
I have shortness of breath, chest pain. I have sore throat.
Are you having trouble breathing right now during the interview?
Always. I never feel like I've completely caught my breath. My lungs feel like they're not working properly.
Sam's, now 60, captured America's attention as Fallon Carrington on the primetime hit show Dynasty.
Maybe you should apologize to me.
A recent report says 10 to 30% of COVID patients suffer some long-term symptoms. But there is hope. Several reports say many long haulers are feeling better after getting the vaccine. Symptoms are subsiding after getting vaccines, reads this Washington Post headline.
People have been sending me that article a lot.
Sam says she received the COVID-19 vaccine.
The study showed that if anything, you might get a little better.
This Saturday, Sands will be reuniting virtually with some of her Dynasty co-stars to raise money to benefit COVID long-haul research. When we come back, Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte and his wife's medical emergency that made her think she was dying.
What's going on? Let me help. Here we go. There, it's up there.
Hey, Josh.
Wrinkles send the wrong message. Help prevent them before they start with Downy Wrinkle Guard.
Hey, bud.
So you won't get caught with wrinkles again. When your psoriasis is bad, it can be hard to see what's possible. But the possibilities become clear with Taltz. The first and only treatment of its kind, offering a chance at 100% clear skin. With Taltz, up to 90% of those with moderate to severe psoriasis saw a significant improvement of their psoriasis plaques. Some even saw 100% clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about infections, symptoms, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop, worsen, or if you had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions can occur. See the possibilities. Ask your doctor about Taltz.
At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, there is power and specialists who relentlessly pursue treatment options for your individual cancer and appointments in as little as 24 hours. So you wait less and worry less. Call now.
We're proud that Leaf Guard's earned the Good Housekeeping Seal 16 years in a row. And remember, we put our name on every Leaf Guard installation because we want you to know that Leaf Guard is the only seamless one-piece rainwater management system with a clog-free guarantee. Take advantage of our winter blowout sales, 67% off labor, $200 Lowe's gift card with purchase, and we're going to double your gift from a $25 to a $50 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate.
To support local restaurants, we've been to every city, including
Albuquerque
and even
Harrisburg.
And tonight, I'll be eating the
lobster tail
from
S2 Express Grill
in
South Loop.
Do you think they bought it?
Oh, yeah.
Fear of coronavirus has us nervous to go to the hospital, but delayed care for a heart condition puts people at risk. Your heart health is a priority. Your physician's office and hospitals have implemented protocols to safely care for heart failure patients during the COVID pandemic. Avoiding care isn't one of them. Brought to you by Abiomed. With your doctor and the heart team, we come together to provide protective measures to reduce risks and safely care for our heart patients. Don't take unnecessary risks. Talk to your doctor about treatment options for your heart.
Kids can change minds. They can even change the world around us. Packed with protein plus 21 vitamins and minerals, we nourish them with Carnation Breakfast Essentials. Because today could change everything.
We've told you how more and more women have had their breast implants removed for health reasons. It turns out the wife of Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte is one of them.
Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte's wife, Kayla, is revealing she just had her breast implants removed after she believes they caused serious health issues.
You can't live with these symptoms every day and enjoy life.
The 29-year-old said she got the implants 8 years ago to give her modeling career a lift.
And working with these girls that had a lot of fake breasts, I just felt like, you know, I had to keep up. But after getting them, I've had so much confidence.
But recently, she started experiencing joint pain, insomnia, and fatigue.
I felt a constant feeling of feeling hungover. You legit feel like you're dying.
Even more concerning, she says, were the brain fog and suicidal thoughts.
I just got this big pad. And I was just like, writing. I'm sorry. Like prayer after prayer, like just begging to just get me through this one time, and just so I could see that there is a light at the end.
After a litany of tests, she says doctors told her she likely had breast implant illness, and she decided to undergo explant surgery. Just 1 week out of surgery, Kayla already feels better.
It hadn't even been 24 hours, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I could see like rosiness in my cheeks and like oil in my skin. My memory is coming back.
Ryan has been by her side through it all.
We just want her to feel happy and feel good about herself.
When we come back, parting is such sweet sorrow.
These are real people, not actors, who've got their eczema under control. With less eczema, you can show more skin. So roll up those sleeves and help heal your skin from within with Dupixent. Dupixent is the first treatment of its kind that continuously treats moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, even between flare-ups. Dupixent is a biologic and not a cream or steroid. Many people taking Dupixent saw clear or almost clear skin and had significantly less itch.
It's a long road, 30
Don't
minutes
use if you're
and
allergic
40.
to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. So help heal your skin from within and talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent. If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
Grandpa's Girl, next.
Popeye's new Cajun flounder sandwich is coming in hot with a crispy flounder sandwiched between two fluffy brioche buns, topped with crunchy pickles and our signature tartar sauce. What's not to love? Get our delicious new Cajun flounder sandwich today for just $4.49.
Well, as the temperatures dropped, so did the leaves right into your gutters. Let's face it, clogged gutters can lead to water damage from the roof to the foundation. Why don't you give us a call today to get LeafGuard? LeafGuard, the only seamless one-piece rainwater management system with a clog-free guarantee. We attach it to the fascia using our patented hanger system with screws, not nails. We guarantee it's not coming down. Remember, 14 colors to choose from. Now would be a great time to call to save some money on LeafGuard and take advantage of our winter blowout sale. 67% off labor and a $200 Lowe's gift card with purchase. And if you call during this program, by the way, last chance in this program to call, we're going to double your gift from a $25 to a $50 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate and free gutter inspection. We install during the winter, and now you can take advantage of these special savings during our winter blowout sale. 67% off labor.
My heart failure diagnosis changed my priorities. I want time for the people I love. My heart doesn't pump enough blood, so my doctor gave me Farxiga. It helps my heart do its job better. Farxiga helps keep me living life and out of the hospital for heart failure. Do not take if allergic to Farxiga. Symptoms of a serious allergic reaction include rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. Stop taking and seek medical help right away. Tell your doctor right away if you have red color in urine, or pain while you urinate, or a genital area infection, since a rare but serious genital infection may be life-threatening. Do not take Farxiga if you have severe kidney problems or are on dialysis. Other serious side effects include dehydration, sudden kidney problems, genital yeast and bacterial infections in women and men, urinary tract infections, and low blood sugar. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of ketoacidosis, which is serious and may lead to death.
Work time with her? Sounds good to me.
If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Finally today, we know who her favorite is.
This little girl is blowing kisses to her grandpa.
I got it. See you later, babies.
She doesn't want him to leave.
You're gonna see him soon, I promise.
How sweet.
Cute. And that is Inside Edition for today. I'm Deborah Norville. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you again tomorrow.